What do you think about child pageants?
I think it's child abuse.
Child exploitation.
It's more about the parents.
Waiting for parents to exploit their children. It's almost like a dog show.
It's okay.
When I brought up the idea about putting her in pageants to my wife, she was like not about it at all. And I went into it with the thought, and I talked to my wife about it. I was like, I'm not gonna be this crazy pageant mom. Like, I'm not putting our daughter in like not age appropriate clothing. I'm not gonna parade her around. Like, if she ever came to me and didn't want to do it, we would stop.
After I saw how happy she was and she genuinely liked it, I was like, all right, she's sucking me in.
All right, you gotta dig the dirt and put it in here.
The one that was hers?
Honestly, I think people think that my wife is like my sister. So I don't think we really get looked at like in pageants and stuff. A lot of people mistake her for my sister. We'll have dark hair, I guess. But yeah, for the most part though, I mean, like I said, we're in 2025. I think we've evolved a little bit more. You put your son in baseball or football or basketball, like that's their sport, like that's their thing. Well, like my daughter just happened to love pageants, so like that's her thing, and that's what we do. The negativity around it is so like one-sided or like surface level. Like if you really get deep and into it and actually do it for yourself, you can see that it's not what people perceive.
People ask me, what is a pageant? And they ask me like in a curious way because they never heard of a pageant before. So I tell them this. Pageants are where you see a lot of other little kids and you wear makeup, beautiful dresses. It's just awesome.
I've got some nasty looks from people because there's such a stigma about toddlers and tiaras. That's where so many people learned about child beauty pageants. And these people are putting like tons of makeup and fake hair and fake teeth and spray tans on their babies, like their 2 and 3-year-old babies. I'm like, that's not what we do. We don't get up there in skimpy little swimsuits. We don't send her out there with her booty cheeks out and everything. I send her out like as her natural beauty, showing who she is as a person.
Her mama helps her a lot more on the stuff than I do because I really don't know what's going on. I don't know how to do her makeup or her hair or nothing like that. I just kind of sit there and be her little cheerleader is what I am, I guess.
I have had quite a few regulars in the time of hosting here in Wichita Falls. Cora, Rose, and Evangeline are both girls that have been consistently with me for a few years now. Being able to be a part of their lives has been such a joy. Whenever I'm hosting pageants, it feels like it's not just something to benefit them. I've really built a community and a family. I've had so many opportunities.
Pageants definitely wasn't something my mom would have ever put me in or done with me. Religion and Christianity was really forced on me growing up, so I didn't want to raise my children that way. I wanted them to make their own decision and who they wanted to be and what they wanted to believe. And so believe it or not, like my mom is like the most obsessive about her pageants. It went from like, conservative Christian family that probably would have never done it to like now they support, the heck out of it with her.
If I wanted to do girlier things, they weren't always super supportive of the idea of it. I did one 4-H or FFA-based pageant when I was, I think, a senior in high school, which I had a lot of fun at, honestly. I made some really good friends that day, but that's the only pageant experience I had as a child. My mom just was not a girly girl. She never really taught me how to do my hair or makeup or anything like that, so I would definitely not have been involved in all this as a child. I like to think that I'm going to try to go out of my way, even if it puts me out of my comfort zone, to be supportive of whatever kind of feral activities they want to get into.
Normally when I'm about 3 weeks out from the pageant, I try to consistently check my emails at least once a day to give myself an update on contestant numbers, to make sure that I haven't missed any messages throughout the week, emails, text messages, all of the things, because this is the time where contestant numbers and all of that is just really important. Oh my gosh.
Hello.
Hey, Mom, are you busy?
Not too much right now.
Okay, well, you're not gonna believe this.
What?
I just got an email from the Wellington that says, I'm so sorry we have to cancel the April date that you have booked with us. We had a pipe burst and flood it. We will have to do a lot of work to get it fixed. This is Shae Parr. I am the director of Little Miss Pageantry, and with Little Miss Pageantry, I am trying to see if there's any available bookings for a Saturday in April, for like a Saturday.
I don't have anything on April 5th. You're going to be looking at like a full day rental, and those start at about $2,500.
I'm going to check some other venues. I think that's going to be a little bit out of the budget. I'm going to call you back.
Lisa's gone a lot for work. It's a lot on me to do by myself. It does get stressful and exhausting.
It can be from a couple months being gone to a couple weeks. You know, she's 3, it's a big deal for her. And she asks me, Mommy, are you gonna be at my pageant? To her, that's huge.
I love to watch my son ride. I love to watch my daughter do her pageants, but I do it for them. So I'm like, I just gotta push through and suck it up and do it. You know, obviously I'm doing it by myself, you know, half the time because she's gone for work, but I mean, it's difficult, but get it done.
Ready? Looking up, put your glasses down. Okay, good job. Hands on waist. Hands on your waist. Good.
These girls are coming in because they want to build their self-confidence. They want to do something different. They're taking a chance. And for someone to never have been able to speak in public or actually walk in an evening gown or even in a swimsuit, that takes a lot of vulnerability and it takes a lot of confidence. I want to see them engaging. I want to see if their attention span can withstand a certain amount of time. I want to see what they're picking up on. And so I try to cater to their actual movements, and this is a life skill. It's not just walking on stage in a pretty dress. Coco, where she is with our lessons, she's fun, she's adorable, she's personable, and I think she's gonna do well. You know, and it's just the more practice, the more comfortable you get.
My new job at my pageant director, Shae's pageants, I cannot compete in them anymore, but that is okay because I still get to crown.
So we did 3 years of Shae's pageants, and there was some drama, gossip going around. I made one too many jokes about Eva being Shae's kid, and people started talking that Eva was in fact related to Shae. She's won too many of her pageants. It was rigged, nepotism, whatever you call it, which we never knew Shae before her very first pageant that she had. And I had heard the gossip already before Shae ever said anything to me, and I had told her, I was like, hey, if you ever think it comes to a time that Eva needs to set out one of your pageants or all of your pageants, just let me know. Like, we still want to be involved, we want to help out, whatever. So she just called me one day, she's like, Misty, we got to talk. And so she's like, we just have too much drama going on, like, would you mind terribly just not competing anymore in my pageants? I was like, that's fine, Shae, I still want to be involved, but like, you have to coach my kid now.
We have an overall for MSU students, we have a just flat fee for $300.
After finding out that the Wellington had flooded, I was in a frantic search for a new venue. One place that I'd never checked before was the Wichita Falls Museum of Art at MSU, and that venue will be absolutely perfect. Venue owners that are so willing to work with you is very important because putting on a pageant is more than just walking in and putting down a table for registration. There's so much that goes into it, so having someone who is really willing to work with me and let me go into the space has just been perfect. I didn't really think I'd find anybody like the Wellington again, and I'm just glad that I did.
Okay, I just want these for now.
All right. How long do you think you're gonna be here for?
Tonight,
Yeah.
just setting up,
Mm-hmm.
usually probably 12 hours.
I'm so excited to see all of your beautiful smiling faces here this morning. Who's excited to get Little Miss Hollywood Hills going? Woo!
She told me to tell them your dress is beautiful and other things that get them like really confident and happy.
Doing really well. We have a lot of strong competitors here today, which is always really exciting to see, especially when we have such low numbers. I love to see that, it's still a difficult pageant.
How do you think Cora's going to do?
I think she's going to do really well. I mean, she's definitely made a lot of progress since the first time I met her, and so many of these girls have, and I love to see the constant increase in their skill level. It's great to watch them move up and get their confidence, grow into themselves a little bit, and just keep working towards that final goal.
Keep those applauses going throughout the whole thing if you can. I know it's exhausting, but it really does make a difference in the confidence levels of these girls. Let's have a super fun day, and I am ready to get started.
Cora is 3 years old and she is from Salina, Texas. Her hobbies include gymnastics, riding her dirt bike, and of course, pageants. Let's make a ton of noise for contestant number 5, Cora Rose Johnson.
There is definitely a stigma around pageants. I've learned this personally growing up and doing them, is when you tell somebody that you compete in pageants, you always have to follow it with a, but wait, let me explain. Because everybody reverts back to things that they've seen on television, but that is really not the true environment. Especially as a director, it's your job to make sure that that's not the environment that you're creating. That we're not judging the kids against each other, we're judging them against their very best self. People believe that the fanciest dress should win, the most expensive outfits, but personally I believe that pageants should be accessible for every single person, so our scorecards aren't made up that way. It is truly about, did you do your best with the resources that you had?
I think she did good. She had fun. That's all that matters. She always does good to me, though.
She's a natural.
The last few pageants, she's really kind of blossomed and more interactive with the judges than before. So I think her confidence level has just rose a lot in the last few that we've done.
I think it went great. I think a lot of people are gonna win because all of them did so good. And the part I liked the best in the pageant was the Hollywood one because there was a lot of different cute outfits. The rock and roll outfit, the little black dress, and another black dress. They were very beautiful.
Before we get started, I want to remind you that these babies are babies. And it's the way that you as parents respond that will shape this experience for them. For our natural ultimate grand supreme, contestant number 5, Cora Rose.
I don't think she's ever pulled a top Supreme, so it's just so cool to get to see their growth and know that I got to be a part of that. It's so exciting to see the ones that come back over and over and over again and never get those Supremes to finally achieve that goal that they've been working towards for so long. It's fulfilling. It's just a fulfilling opportunity.
I think it's good for her because it teaches her to interact with a lot of people.
I hope that she can grow up to be a lot more confident than I ever was.
It teaches these girls, to be confident in yourself no matter what you are, what you look like.
And it also kind of teaches her to, if she wants something, then she's got to work for it to get it.
I didn't find confidence in myself until I became a paramedic. I want my daughters to be able to feel that their entire lives growing up.
The confidence, that you get from it is kind of the biggest thing for these girls.
So I think that's what kind of made me change my mind on it. I put my own beliefs to the side and I was like, dude, she loves it. Why would I not let her do it?